Hello everybody and welcome to Romancefull Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. It really is important that you do take whatever does resonate with you and you simply leave the rest of it aside. If you do, however, have any questions whatsoever, maybe for a reading, maybe just for a question, for a contact, you can find pretty much whatever it is that you need from me right below into the YouTube description box. So please do check it out. And if you do wish to contact me, everything you need is pretty much there. It will be my great pleasure to assist you. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do take a brief moment of your time to click the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it would be greatly appreciated. And I do thank you so very much. Also, while I am in the thanks, I would like to thank all of the beautiful subscribers that I do have for listening, for being there. I would like to thank also all of the subscribers who have donated so generously to the channel. It is always greatly appreciated, and I do thank you so very much. So with no further ado, let's begin this reading. These are messages from the angels for you. I have 4 of them. You take what's good and you leave the rest aside. Let's reveal. The very first one I have here is going to be about some beauty. We're going to move on over to some clarity, followed up by some hope, and we're going to conclude with some time. So let's start this off with Archangel Haniel, who wants to talk to us here about beauty. So it is time for you, when you do receive this message, to know that it's time for you to really see. It's time for you to experience the light of God shining all around you. See it in everyone that you know and everyone that you meet. See it in the places where you live. See it in all of life's ups and in their downs, the tragedy, the ecstasy of life, and everything that you do experience. Finally, and most importantly, you have to see it in your life. It exists within every single cell of your being. We often kind of have the idea that beauty is idealized, it's fantastical, it's irrational, it's a delusional idea of a certain perfection. Everything that exists is already perfect. Everything is, as we could say, God. So often our ideas of perception and of perfection are just programmed and projections from neurosis, if you will. So it's time to really open your eyes, your heart, your mind to the miraculous wonder of life. It is time for you to see the glory of that light that's around you, that light that you shine. It's time for you to see that your incredible uniqueness. Okay? You are incredibly unique. You are loved. Please do never ever forget that. And that is the first message that's coming to you from the angels. And I think it's a very important one to remember. Moving on over to Archangel Jeremiel, we have here some clarity. So when we're speaking about clarity, we're speaking about that state of mind. That state of mind where mind becomes kind of still. This is what we're looking for. When our fears, our assumptions, our expectations, our projections, they just kind of fade along. Enough for the kind of fog to just clear away from our eyes, and our ability to see kind of just returns. So when we let go of coddling that inner voice, of that ego and those emotions that just fog up our perceptions and take us out of the present moment, well then you can simply really be free to see the big picture in your life. To experience true clarity, you have to see, and you have to still that chatter of the mind. You have to let go of staying stuck into the fog of emotions and just kind of step away from yourself long enough to see yourself and your life, but from a different perspective. Now, when we feel clear, we're able to see ourselves, we're able to see our lives clearly. We understand with clarity what's occurring for us and why it's happening. And it's really about finding out what action is best to take to honor your personal truth. So oftentimes to achieve this state, we have to kind of clear away that fog and that mess in our lives, and from clearing our homes to cutting negative tides, to clearing away and replacing any negative self-talk. This is about engaging in physical, emotional, mental, spiritual clean out that's going to give you that space that is necessary for you to find that clarity. It's essential for you now to clear away what has been keeping you into the fog and to find that space that's necessary for you to return to your center. So this may mean cleaning your house, giving up on grief or anger, or demanding space for yourself in your life. No matter what the effort is required, the reward is going to be clarity, and it's going to be well worth it. So clarity is coming to you now if you are willing, though, to just step it up and to embrace that clarity. Moving on over to some hope. This is with Amatiel. Now, hope, it's one of the most powerful, emotions that we have. It awakens that strength, that courage, that inspiration to do almost anything. But it's that experience of true hope. The hope that comes even after our struggles, even when things seem pointless, hard, or even hopeless, that kind of gives us those new eyes to see with. This allows a new perspective to emerge from our being, and then you're going to simply be able to, if you will, reborn into a new life. If you found that life struggles have been overwhelming recently, if you felt confused, frustrated, defeated, it may be time for you to let go and to surrender to that natural cycle of life. You know, we all have our cycles. As humans, we have our cycles. The seasons have our cycles. There are many different cycles. Now, this is about ending a cycle and beginning another. If you're willing to take the time to connect, if you're willing to notice a change that's taking place within you, a new life, a new courage, a new seed, New seeds are being sown within you right now. A new phase of your life is beginning, so you need to be conscious and you need to use this time very well. Allow yourself to really feel that spring of hope that's kind of bubbling from the depths of your being. Become open to the worlds of possibility that just lie there waiting, open to you. Now you need to take that courage and you need to simply take on flight. Moving over now to time. So time, what do we do with it? It's used to measure pretty much everything, right? It's used to measure mostly cycles is what I'm going to be speaking about here. So in order for any successful shift for you and for you to occur into your life, you have to go through the entire cycle, but properly. So often we kind of find ourselves wishing and wanting and wasting our time, just kind of being stuck into that past or the future instead of fully being aware of the present moment. So this is about right now, living the moment present. If you found yourself wishing your time away, believing that everything's going to be better when, let's say, blank happens, it is absolutely time for you to snap out of it. Nothing is going to happen if you keep your head into the future instead of into the present. Tomorrow never comes. Allow you, all of you is right now. And if you can't do it now, you will never do it. There's going to be no hand coming out of the sky to come and help you make your dreams come true. You must snap back into the present and make your own dreams come true. And only then you're going to find yourself exactly where you need to be. So if you've had your head stuck into the past, it's time to snap out of it until you put your head on straight. You have no idea what kind of existence you are living, let alone all those opportunities that you're missing. Life is made out of cycles and the wheel is going to continue. So you want to continue with it. You don't want to jump on off. So you may be currently in the middle of a cycle, which is requiring from you a period of waiting, of processing, maybe even of patience. You need to allow yourself to surrender to this process, knowing that every stage of each phase is necessary for you to get to the next point. This is a time for you to keep your awareness into the present moment, and that is very, very important. That being said, this does conclude your reading. I do hope that you enjoyed. I do hope that the angels brought you some very interesting messages that you will be able to use some information out of. If you have any questions, you would like to contact me, please do so. All my information is right below into the YouTube description box. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and have yourself a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow with new messages.